But what you trying to prove? Can we just talk about it? Got nothing left to lose, but just to walk around it.
Hey you guys, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to my channel. I am your girl, Misha Sahara. Yes, it is I. This is kind of a part 2 to the previous video I uploaded, so I kind of want you to see that one first, but it really doesn't matter. You can watch this, then watch that. You can watch all the videos you want, okay? What I'm doing is comparing high-end makeup to drugstore makeup. I'm not even going to tell you which side is which. You're just going to find out as the video goes along. But I want you to pause this right now and write down below which side you think is the high-end or which side you think is the drugstore. Is the right high-end or the left? Is this drugstore? Is that drugstore? Which side do you think it is before we even continue? Just pause this, comment that, and get back to me. Okay. If you're a real makeup collector, there are some things that you splurge on because, you know, you can't really justify the price. You just want luxury makeup. I did an entire side of my face all luxury products so that you can get a good gist of some of the products I'm in love with that are kind of expensive but totally worth the splurge, and comparing it to drugstore so that you can decide which side you like better. I'm letting you see the whole big picture, that this face has drugstore and luxury in it all together, and it doesn't matter which side that you prefer. So that was a lot. Let's just get to the video. Okay. I feel like this side of my face looks better. Maybe. I want to take off one side of my face and try the other half. So this is all drugstore, but I want to try to create the same look. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And I changed my shirt because it's a little cold now. I wiped off one half of my face and it feels so good. I'm going to use all high-end, luxury, expensive products. I have other products that didn't make it into this video, but I just wanted to use these specific products because I know it can create this look. So on this side, I didn't have a perfect primer. I actually prepped my skin all over. I do have like a soft glow, which I'm gonna achieve that on this side with the Kevin Accoin Celestial Skin Liquid. You can use it all over your face and body, and it sets to a nice base, so it works well as a primer if you want. For the most part, all of my brushes are affordable. I do like the brands Hourglass and Make It Forever as far as high-end, more expensive, good quality brushes. I'm going to take a mixture of the foundations that I want to use, just like the Superstay actually. These are both 24-hour wears. They actually are very comparable. I'm only going to take a half a pump of that because literally 1.5 pumps of this can give me full coverage all over. It has fragrance, so if you're not into that, if you have sensitive skin, you may not like it, but for like a $60 foundation, it's pretty good. Luminous Silk Foundation, which is a classic. Everyone knows about this. It's probably, yeah, $62, I think. Something around that. The most expensive that I have in my collection. So the color I have is closer to what I am now, but they're still both very dark. So mix them all together. The Luminous Silk is obviously luminous, and I like luminous finishes. And the YSL is a nice matte finish. I don't normally apply either one of these foundations with this kind of brush, but today I am. Then on this side, I set with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I'm going to set with, this is the Givenchy setting powder. It's a color correcting one, 5 Apricot. It has these warmer colors, but for me it blends right into my skin tone. I really love this powder. It's super bougie, it's super unnecessary and high-end, but if you want to splurge on a great finishing powder, she's cute. Like, she's really cute. And what I like most about this is that whatever I use this on top of, it makes it so smooth to the touch. And I don't know if it makes my makeup last longer. Definitely makes it feel set in place. Makes it feel like it's not going anywhere. I have a go-to brow product that is pretty high-end because It's $32. The reason why I considered it is because I use it a lot. I actually thought like, wow, would I buy this again? And I definitely would. So I do think it's worth the splurge. This brow is getting on my nerves today. She's not cooperating. Just gonna draw along the bottom. This is the color Dark Brunette, by the way. It's so hard to keep up with a brow color because I change my hair color so often. Right now, my hair is warmer. Of course, you can see it's dyed. This color is a nice neutral brown. It's not too dark. I love the angle on here. It's just very thick, very firm, and it does whatever I want it to do. For this side, I use the Juvia's Place Saharan palette, and for the luxury side, I'm going to use the Pat McGrath $125 eyeshadow palettes. And guess who got one? I did, because, you know, I spent my coin on Pat. She's such a big inspiration to a lot of people. As you can see, I can definitely try and create a similar look with this palette, and this is one of my favorites out of the 4 that she came out with. I have 2. The other one I have is the cool tone one with the blue. I'm just going to get right to it. I'm going to use the same brushes that I did on this side because we're going to try and make it look exact. I'm just going to use the Bobbi Brown eyeliner. This is just standard in Sephora, but compared to Drugstore, it is pretty expensive. It's like $30. I've had this for a while too, so people think that these pots dry out, but you're not closing it right. You're not keeping it in a dark, cold place. Because I've had mine for years. So with this black shade, and let's see how this goes. We're just gonna set the cream. This is gonna stay in place, I know. I use this blurring brush on this side for the center. I'm actually gonna take this shade alone. See the pigment. I'm going to, whoa, look at that. I'm gonna press it right on there. I'm gonna take very little, ooh, like that, of this color. Oh, this is more pink. I forgot to use this in the other video, but I had this 89-cent Wet n Wild glossy glitter. Just gonna add the glitter with this on this side. Yes. This is just becoming more and more pink. So I'm gonna go back in with the Nubian palette real quick to make this more copper. It's more gold now. Take that shade, and that glitter helped a little bit too. Okay. I'm gonna put my flash on, and I'm gonna turn this light off. So you guys can see the color is like the same, you know? This is definitely reflecting way more like sparkle. This has some glitter, some metallic, some shine, but this is like sparkle, so that's why it looks different. I'm telling y'all, that's exactly why. But in person, it looks the same, so I just wanted to clarify that in case it still looks off. But I got the eyeshadows to look quite similar. I normally use a lash primer, and the one I've been using happens to be luxury. Is the Givenchy lash primer. It has keratin and biotin, so I feel like it's been making a difference with my lashes over time. I can't really tell if it's like making a difference with the way my mascara looks, because most of the time I use it when I'm gonna wear false lashes and I only add a little bit of mascara. So Lancome Grandiose is the one that I chose as a comparison to the Big Shot mascara from Maybelline. Yes, Maybelline. I think they're very similar only because they both focus on length, separation, and lifting, which is exactly what I got out of it on this side. So this is a $32 mascara. I know most people would not justify that at all. I love the brush. I love the formula. It doesn't flake. I highly recommend this mascara. Lancome, trying it. You really trying it, Lancome. I respect Lancome when it comes to mascaras the same way that I respect Maybelline. I just trust those brands as far as mascaras go because they know what they're doing with the brushes, the formula. So there's a lot of high-end lashes that you can purchase that are probably worth the try. You know, like velour or like lily lashes or like expensive ones that are real mink or like human hair, or like they claim you can use it 30 times. I wouldn't recommend going out to buy a $40, $30 strip lash. I would say if you're really investing in your lashes and you don't have that much lashes to work with, it's probably best that you go and do extensions. The ones that'll last you like a month, that you can sleep in and just wear and wake up and be ready to go. That's just me. With that being said, this is the one that I have on this side. This is the Kiss lashes, and it's the style Page Boy. The most I'll pay for lashes is about $14, so that's the value of this. The House of Lashes can be a little bit more. The ones sold at Sephora are only $14, but you still get quality lashes. And I feel like it was funny because I picked this. The style is actually pretty much the exact same. Like, it's kind of weird. The only thing I can tell is that these are a little bit longer in length, so if you have a bigger eye, you might like that better. They're both a wispy style, but this one just extends a little bit longer. I use the same concealer on the drugstore side. I actually used my own, which wasn't a part of the drugstore look. The same reason why I don't think you should spend a lot on strip lashes, cohesive with me and concealer. Stick to what concealers you like that work for you, because the under eye area is not something to play with. I didn't find any drugstore concealers I was in love with, so I stuck with the ones that I liked. I also don't have super expensive luxury concealers to show you, because I don't even know what brands come out with super expensive concealers other than Touche Eclat from YSL. But I just feel like I would never spend money on a concealer worth more than $30, because if that's the case, like, what are you concealing? Are you concealing your debt, your sins? You might as well just like get some filler under the eye. You don't need to buy that expensive concealer, girl. I'll list what I use down below, part of everything else in the same order. I'm going to actually do a little cream contour because I did that on this side. On this side, I actually used a $7 cream contour kit from Black Radiance, which was okay. I'm used to the Anastasia cream contour kit, which is a $40 kit compared to $8. I like the Anastasia contour kit, but it's not my favorite, and it's not something I would recommend as something that's like a go-to. Very often use the Bobbi Brown foundation stick. This is all I have left of it, so let's just use it, y'all. Perfect Warmth. Like, it's the exact same as this, which is, I'm just spot on today. I think this is more useful because you can go and choose one shade that'll work for you. And Bobbi Brown has also extended her line. She has a ton of colors, some which are called Cool. This is Warm Walnut, but now she has a shade called Cool Walnut, which is more gray tone. These darker shades that have the name Cool in front of them, they are also used for contouring. One tool that I would consider one of my most, probably my most high-end, would be actually this $29 foundation brush head. $29 is not that bad, but the only way you can use it is if you have a Clarisonic. So Clarisonics can run anywhere between $100 to $300 depending on what kind of kit you get. I just think it's a nice little splurge. Like, if you want a tool that you can use for skincare and makeup, this is definitely worth it. The color is the exact same and I'm happy with that. So what did I do on this side? Oh, I added a cream blush. But so for blush, I opted out for a lipstick. On this side, I used a Maybelline lipstick in a similar shade to this. This is the NARS lipstick in Grace, the Audacious line. And these lipsticks are like $34, which is, I don't know about you, but that's expensive to me for a lipstick. Packaging is magnetic, it's really fancy. These are long wear, full coverage lipsticks, and I want to make use of them more often. So I'm deciding to use lipsticks as cream blushes because I'm more into cream blushes than I am with powder because of my skin type. It just seems to look a lot better. The color Grace is really pretty for a little bit of warmth. We're gonna just blend it out into that kind of tone. When I thought about single shade highlights, one of the only ones that I would actually purchase or would say that I've owned is the Bobbi Brown. These are pretty much the shimmer bricks that you can get from Bobbi Brown, which are like $56, I think. $45 maybe. They come a little bit bigger than this, but this is a very high-end highlighter. Very popular though. A lot of people do repurchase this, so I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna go for these two shades. I'm gonna leave it at that. They look the exact same. On a roll here. So the most expensive lipstick in my collection, and I looked through my entire collection, is the Tom Ford lipstick, because these are $56. Boy, I can't even say it too loud. I'm like here. Me personally, like I said, if you're a lipstick junkie and you want to spoil yourself, you want to feel luxury, you would go for this because it is a good quality lipstick. I'm not gonna say it's worth $56, but it's worth the splurge. This is a little bit more pink, but it still has that coral in it too. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit of this NARS liquid lipstick because this one is my favorite nude actually. So I've never featured it in a video. And these are like $20, $29, close to $30. So it is still high end, but this is more of like that peachy terracotta shade. So boom, perfect, exact same, great. Marc Jacobs glosses are really good. They're like $29. To me, those kind of prices aren't even expensive anymore. It's so sad because I'm so used to seeing it in Sephora. Like this is like the standard price for things, but it is a high-end splurge and I do recommend them because they are beautiful. I just lightly groomed my brow on this side. I just needed to tint them a little bit, and this is a $22 brow gel, so I would call this a high-end. I wasn't expecting to use this in the video, but I actually, you can see I use this a lot. I just wish I had a little lighter of a shade, but this is brunette from Anastasia. I will say I enjoyed all the products that I used on both sides. So you can see in the last video everything that I used to get this side because I did the entire face with Drugstore. I'm just going to spray my entire face with the Tacha Luminous Skin Mist, and I chose this as my high-end spray because this is a $65 facial spray. Okay, you know how hard it is to sell this? This is a $65 water to most people. Like I know this is magic in it too. This setting spray helps with eyeshadow, making it pop more. That's the look, and I am about to wash my face and go to bed because I was just doing this for fun since it's a snow day and I'm bored and I wanted to get on here and just hang out with you guys. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure you press subscribe if you're not a medallion. I would love for you to join the mob. And if you are a medallion, I will see you in the next one. Bye. I am going to use the, of course, spend a lot on, yes, I'm wearing my Giants shirt because football season is over. So nobody's going to antagonize me because we got a whole nother year ahead of us. Ew. So my camera rudely disrupted what I had to say. Just like that. Lightning. Lighting. What is wrong with me?